Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we set number 75932, the Jurassic Park Velociraptor Chase, released as part of the 2018 Jurassic World Wave, retailing for $39.99 in the United States with 360 pieces, 4 minifigures, and a dinosaur. And this is the only set so far to have been released as part of a regular retail wave to be based off of the Jurassic Park movie. They did do the one large direct-to-consumer Jurassic Park gate, but you know, aside from those two sets, they haven't done anything else yet. Hopefully they'll continue to address the first 3 movies in future themes, or in future waves of the theme. I know they did go back and readdress at least one thing from Jurassic World, so I don't know, maybe in the next wave we'll get more Jurassic Park stuff. But anyway, I didn't get this brand new, so I don't have the box or the instructions to show you, but I do have the set here, so we can take a look at that. There is one build that is completely detached from the rest of it, and that is this ladder, which you can pose minifigures climbing, just by attaching their hands onto there. It's a little weird that this side is 1 plate thicker than the other side. I almost maybe would have preferred if they just kept this off with 1 extra layer of tiles, like if that was a plate and then another tile. Because I don't know, I feel like that small distance there is a lot less noticeable if, you know, there were 2 plates on either side. But regardless, you know, from most angles this looks pretty good. And it does have a skeleton arm piece, well, a droid arm piece in black to lock it at this angle, so it will always stay up like that. But this is basically how they'd escape into the midst. There are no suggestions of, like, what's up above in this set. It kind of caps off, you know, at the height that it does. But, you know, he does reasonably get to approximately where the ceiling would be, so that's cool, I guess. And as far as the format for the rest of the set goes, we do have this one corner of a room here, and there are actually 2 scenes that are sort of unrelated to it on either side, and those can actually be removed with just pretty simple action of just removing those Technic pins. And we're going to use that to take a look at the 2 other scenes separately before we combine them all back at the end of the video here. And this area here is obviously the kitchen scene, and we do have the Jello. If I recall correctly, I don't think the Jello is actually in the kitchen, so they kind of pulled that element from another scene. But yeah, the table here is pretty decently set up, I guess, and you do have a little kind of area where you can have your minifigures walk down. You have this cabinet where they can hide, and you can stick Lex in there, and it can almost completely hold them, but their head will be sticking out, which does make sense for you know, them hiding from the Velociraptor. And the Raptor scales okay with this. The Raptor is definitely a little bit bigger than it should be, but there, now he's standing. But yeah, he's definitely a little bit bigger than he should be, but you know, for what's almost a side build to this set, and this is easily the least complex of the 3, I think that this is pretty okay. You do get a couple of pots and pans here, and you do get a hot dog piece, which likes to fall out of the pan here. And there is a spoon and a cleaver here, and a chocolate bar on the side if you want to tempt the dinosaurs with chocolate. The side here is pretty well finished in the areas where it won't be covered up. This whole Technic brick will be covered back up when you reattach it to the main room. And yeah, overall, this looks pretty decent. And here is the suggestion of the Embryo cold storage room, and you know, it's really just a kind of embryo cold storage thing, and then this area over here is basically just to attach it to the rest of it. And I don't believe that this is accurately located at all. I don't think it's in any sort of specific area, but I think they just wanted to include it, so they did. We do have the Barbasol can suggested here, which is kind of cool. It would have been awesome to get a print there for that, but you know, it probably would have required licensing, which they didn't really care about getting. We do have a sticker here that says Embryo Cold Storage. I thought, maybe I'm misremembering, but I thought that was a sign on the wall. But it's cool that they've included a sticker, so you could custom build that wherever you wanted. And then there's also a danger sticker. And the build for this looks okay. The embryos are these trans orange light pieces, and you know, those are kind of cool. But if you did want to actually steal them, they get to be a little bit difficult to remove. because, you know, they are transparent pieces, so they sort of almost fuse into place, and, you know, it becomes very difficult to try and get them out. So I guess maybe that's an extra security measure. But yeah, this looks pretty decent, and I like the way that they've got this little railing set up. Yeah, it's cool. And these over here are the stairs that go into the door, so your raptor would be trying to break in through there. And that kind of comes together when you put the whole thing together like that. It's a little bit weird that this walkway leads into the window, but you know, it does allow you to kind of view the embryo cold storage from this angle. But up here we do have a security camera, which is cool, I guess. You can angle that, I guess, a little bit more so that it's actually facing this. And the outside of the door actually looks pretty good. I think that they've done a good job with the appearance there. And you could take your raptor and kind of make him almost open the door. You know, there's definitely a good amount of space to pose a raptor back here, again, especially from this angle where you can see him through the window. And yeah, that's all there is for that section. And I guess just to complete the whole build, we will take this and we will stick that kitchen back in there, and that'll give us the one other action feature that, you know, you can do from that side. Here it'll look like he's walking up from behind the counter, and you can kind of knock this window in and kind of get at them that way. That doesn't really happen in the movie, but you know, you can do it here. And I do like this stickered panel here with the Jurassic Park logo, and that's just a useful sticker. So it looks pretty good, and I like that, and it's easy to reset and everything. As far as the actual detail inside this area goes, actually, I guess we can do the one other break-in play feature. We have this door here, which you can open and close normally, and if you want to lock it, you just push in on this red piece, and this Technic axle will get stuck into that hole, and you can no longer get inside unless you push really hard or release the lock. Now, the rest of the detail in this area consists mostly of this computer station here, where, you know, Lex is able to kind of hack into the system and close or lock the doors or something, I think. I forget what she was trying to do there. I should rewatch the movie. But you can stand Lex in there, and it looks to be a pretty good height compared to the computer. And this is on a swivel piece, so you can turn the chair all around. I like the use of one of these 1x1 tiles as the computer mouse. You get the printed keyboard tile there, as well as two stickers here with the you didn't put on a password, and or you didn't say the magic word, it's the actual code, right? And then this is the scene where, you know, she's navigating the cursor to click the right button. And over on this wall we have a map of Isla Nublar, which is a cool sticker. I got some warning lights and stuff up there. And down here we have a phone and a little crate here, which features inside of it a umbrella, because that's important, a wrench, and a walkie-talkie. And that's pretty much all there is for the detail here. I like the overall style of this build. You know, it does kind of cut off. I think that's a nice stylistic choice just to kind of give us a cross-section of the building. And I do like the dark red flooring, or whatever the word is there. I guess flooring is the right word. And now you have this elevated section and the stairs down. I think that overall the design of this area is pretty nice and looks pretty good. The Raptor included is actually a nice exclusive reprint of the existing Raptor molds. The base color medium nougat isn't exclusive to just this one, so it doesn't look as distinct as, say, some of the other ones do, like the one that's like got a lot of sand blue on it from the newest 2020 wave. But you know, it still is a good looking Raptor, and I do like the combination of dark brown and medium nougat. It's not like super duper strikingly screen accurate, like, you know, it looks similar enough, but all of the Raptors in Jurassic Park were really muted colors, so this is brighter than that. Though, that does help to make it feel more Lego-like, so I don't mind that. The articulation is the same as you would expect. You can move the legs back and forth. You can't really get it to stand like that unless it is attached to studs. There are studded places in the set where you are able to attach 1 foot, so that works out okay, and it does have 4 studs on the back, so if you wanted to be a Raptor Wrangler, you can do that. And you know, the tail's a little bit rubbery. It's kind of, you can see the point there where it splits off, and the browns do become a little bit different, sort of mildly noticeably, but not from any sort of distance unless you're looking right up close, between the rubber section and the plastic molded section. The arms can move up and down. They can hold onto a bar-sized accessory, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So he's got the hot dog there, and he can not quite get it up to his mouth, but his mouth can open up, so he can kind of remove it from his hand, I guess, and stick it in there, and I don't know, sort of eat it. The jaw does have the open and closed sections, and you can sort of get it to kind of stop in the middle. Not as easily with the Raptors as with some of the other dinos. But the printing on his head is pretty good, and his head can rotate side to side as well. If you've never seen a Raptor before, that's how they work. And I think that as far as Raptors go, this is a pretty good one, and it's nice that they did include a exclusive one here instead of just reprinting one of the others, since the specific Raptors in the scene aren't that important. There were 2 Raptors in the kitchen scene, at least, which it would have been nice to get both, but this is only a $40 set, so I wouldn't expect more than 1 dino in that size of a set. When this set first released, all 4 figures were new and exclusive. So far, only Lex and Timmy have remained exclusive, and for them it's just their torsos that are exclusive to this set, as their faces have been reprinted, mostly just for generic Hogwarts students and Harry Potter sets, though her face, I think, was also used for Maisie in the Indoraptor Rampage. The torso prints for both of them are pretty good and pretty respectable, I would say. They both have alternate expressions, and their hair pieces, Timmy's is nothing special, really. Lex's isn't super common, but I believe it has appeared in other sets as well, though not sure how common they are, or how common it is. But yeah, both these are good figures. I mean, playing a little bit generic, but they do look accurate to what they should look like on screen. So I'd say that they're both pretty good. And then we have Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler as our other figures in the set. And Alan is the only one who gets an accessory that goes in his hand. I guess you could give everyone else accessories from that crate. But he gets a stud shooter in the set, which doesn't really look anything like the gun that he has in the scene in the movie. So, whatever, it's there. I'll probably replace it with a gun that actually looks, more like it is supposed to. But the torso prints for both of these are pretty good, and I really like Ellie's dual molded legs in particular. I think that those are really awesome, and they do have the printing that continues around the side. The back printing on both of them is good. Ellie has an alternate facial expression. Her face, I believe, has been used for other characters, and not just her, though don't quote me on that. It may have been, I may be confusing it with a different facial print. But Alan obviously gets no alternate expression. And the reason for that is because they do also include his hat, which is pretty cool. So it would have been even cooler to get a dual molded hair hat combo piece, sort of like Rex or Cowboy Rex from the Lego Movie minifigure series. But both these minifigures are pretty good. I don't love this expression on Ellie, but the scared one is pretty good. And Alan looks pretty good for what he is. Though again, it would have been nice if they had gone above and beyond and created a new hair hat mold for him. I think since he doesn't have hair with the hat, he looks better with just the hair, but it's fine either way. So that's all there is to this Jurassic Park Velociraptor cape, and yeah, there's kind of a lot for a $40 set. I think that it's pretty respectable. One thing I'm going to point out now, I was about to say that it would have been nice if there was a place to keep the hat, but I did notice that you can just kind of stick it on that green stud over there, and it will stay. So I'm pretty sure that that is not intentional, but you can do it, and it works. The one thing that's a little bit, or that I have a little bit of mixed feelings about with this set, is that it is a little bit disjointed. There's kind of a lot of different things going on, and it maybe would have been, like, it's difficult to display all of these scenes at once. You can remove everything and kind of, rearrange them however you want. But, just at this basic view, you kind of have to rotate it all the way around in order to be able to see everything, which isn't really I wouldn't call that a flaw of the set. It's just a design choice that's a little bit different from the usual. You know, that's something that I could see people not loving, but personally I think that it is still pretty good. And you know, the figures here are all really great. Cool to get the Raptor, and I think for $40 you definitely get a pretty decent value here. So, you know, had you gotten this when it was regularly available, I would definitely recommend it. It hasn't gone up too much yet, but I feel like it probably will in the future. And if it gets really expensive, then you might be better off just buying the direct-to-consumer Jurassic Park set and bricklicking these two figures and doing something else. But then you still don't really get this specific scene in that set. So, you know, still, I think that there is stuff to like here, but I don't think that it is the greatest must-have set of all time. It's definitely up there as far as Jurassic Park sets go, or Jurassic World sets go. This is one of the better ones, and you know, if you're a Jurassic Park fan, I would definitely have recommended this one. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.